Howdy, can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you
How
hear
you
me?
going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome.
You're up
Awesome.
the
Oh,
top
hang
of
on.
the Glass House Mountains?
Yeah, I am. It's absolutely stunning up here.
Looks
I
it.
usually come up here in the mornings and meditate before the sun rises, and then
Mm.
watch it come up. And it's like, oh, it's so good. The only downfall is the internet's so bad, in the range.
Yeah,
But oh, it's so beautiful. But on the good side, there's no internet interference, so you're able to really tap into yourself, and there's no field around you.
it's true.
You know.
Yeah.
So you're looking great today. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm all dolled up. I've
You.
got a busy day. I'm good though, and lovely to hear the updates with regards to the beautiful new Massage Me Now app progression.
Oh yeah, Michelle. Honestly, I've had some incredible meetings of late, and I'll see if I can see the mountain in the background. There we go.
Beautiful. That's
Yeah, I
gorgeous.
may as well make it nice, don't I? Share the love.
I've got the ocean to my back, but if I open those blinds, all you'll
Yep.
see, I'll just go shadowy. So I won't do that to myself.
All right,
You
cool.
guys.
Thank you. Yeah, the last couple of days have been really breathtaking with the people I've been meeting and conversing with. It's all coming together like drips in a tap to fill it up and go. All right, wow. And it really gets bigger and bigger. Yesterday, I spoke to an old friend of 20 years who builds a full stack web development, and sitting down with him for a few hours was just expansive on what's possible and
Oh, fantastic.
the technology that's out there now and how powerful it is. And I'm like, wow, this is full on. And graphic designers and who else have I been? I've got my little book because I write notes of everything. So yeah, there's a great team forming now. A CTO, CFO. We've got Carl who works with Infusionsoft for email funneling, and San, the beautiful San from Barefoot Connection. So she's incredible with the work her and Jonathan, her husband, do. So much great content she has, and very very in tune with all. She's an incredible woman. So, and then we've got Claire that does graphic designing. So what we're looking at doing is, we're just opening it up now to, and Anne as well. You introduced me from Lightworkers.
Yeah.
So it's it's all really good.
So what's the state of play? Let's tell people what the state of play is.
Okay, the state of play is well, I feel it's now time to form a platform like something and work with something like Asana, that we can now share the information. I want to start to let each other know what's going on, so we can all start to really effectively collaborate.
See the big picture happening on the small finer details, but how they're being actioned, so we can all see the bigger picture progressing together. Yeah,
that's right. So if we were to film this, we can put that onto say Asana, and I'd probably get a VA to go through the minutes of what we've spoken about, pull out the bullet points, and then the team can jump in and go, okay, that's what was spoken of, and then we can refine that. So then we're pulsing, in real time and keeping everyone up to date, because I feel it's time. And as we spoke the other day about, there was whole concept of, I was thinking 10% commission, but I'm like, you know what? I've done this now for 5 years and thrown everything at it. And, and as I had some people offer me $350,000 for 20% of the company. I turned them down on the spot. And for me, it's not about the money. It's about the shift of consciousness, the collective people to make a difference in the world. So I'm feeling like what we'll do is launch Massage Me Now, the app, in the market at pretty much cost, and for like 12 months to be able to absorb the merchant fees. So there might be a oh, look, maybe call it 5%, something that's just very nominal that can cover that. If there's bounces or cancellations, you know, we need to absorb that part as well, so that we can just get it out to everyone, you know, and then from there build, you know, do a crowdsourcing equity model with what the government's now opened up last February to then offer it to therapists. Because I'm seeing in the Facebook pages, in massage associations, massage pages, people are talking about websites and it's costing them, you know, $1,000 or whatever to hit Google search. And like with my background of marketing and like what I've done with the SEO, and then the team that with Danny, that what he knows, he's just profoundly incredible. And then everyone else's things, let's just get it out and build a turnkey solution for the entire industry across the globe. Not about money. It's about making the shift to help therapists automate their sales and marketing, provide, you know, email funnel campaigns that they can just use, a web presence that they've got their own website, and then give them tools that they can put videos up. And I'm not talking, because I know therapists are not tech savvy or marketing people. So there's a platform in Brisbane called oh God, I just gone blank all of a sudden. I met them a year or so back that compress files 20 times faster into YouTube. So what we would do is, and schools are using, like primary schools are using it, where we would ask a therapist to go, tell us what you want. G'day, my name's Chris. I do remedial sports, reflexology and Reiki. I specialize in lower back pain and headaches. I'm awesome at that. I'd love to see you. You know, really something short, and then they can upload it into the web or the app version, and we would compress 20 times faster into YouTube, into the, say, MassageMeNow website, compress it. Then we use rev.com, top and tail it into a brand it as it, so it's a high level. Like, we're raising the industry standards to everyone across the board is professional, and then be able to give them a resource tool of social memes, and build an ad agency in the background so they can just grab whatever they feel they want and share it on their social pages.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and it really gives people that, as you're saying, you're mass scaling it, and you're revolutionizing the industry, making it about being seen first and available first, and really creating that kind of culture where society is seeing this as a new normal. And I think that that's really exciting. I really do. I feel then, as a business, you know, it can then have, well, I'm all for, don't be owned by people. Contribute, yes, but don't be owned by people. We are I think the collective, in terms of, you know, the people that have their heart invested in helping the bigger picture of us expanding. They're the right people to want to be involved, and actually I think they're the people that will invest in it if it comes to that place where we're crowdsourcing. And I agree with that, because I feel like we, as a collective, everything's about intention. And if you really believe that we're all on a trajectory to help each other to evolve, then you're not going to not want to invest in or participate in creating this level of exposure via this app or something similar. So that's my theory on it.
Yeah. Well, the way I'm seeing it is, if we give it out like what I've already done, like, you know, I've already put like over $200,000 in, so it's a crazy figure, and it's taken me 5 years. And some people go, don't even mention that, because it makes you look bad. And yeah, I've so many mistakes that I've made, and it's not as though, you know, it's little change. When I do something, it's usually a $10,000 drop, and that's a lot of massages to do to earn that money. So that's why it's taken over the time. And, you know, I've got a couple of kids, and they don't see me because I work 7 days and nights a week. However, you know, it's one of those things. I don't. What I'm looking at is, okay, well, let's do I want to prove the product in the market, the app, show them what they've got, give it to them. It's basically free to advertise your service. If you get a booking, then we take, only the nominal fee that is the merchant fee that's the banks are going to charge anyway.
Yeah.
And then if you like this, then put $100 towards your industry. And if we as a collective get, say, 5,000 therapists to do that, we have $500,000. Then we're able to build a serious web engine, give you your own web page, and all these incredible really awesome up-to-date tools to be able to build it out and build it thick as well.
Yes.
And I've always been it's been close to my heart to help the less fortunate people, homeless people, with Orange Sky Laundry, who also started their movement 3.5 years ago with mobile vans around Australia, helping clean, wash, dry, and of recent showers vans. So they got 25 vans now. And Lucas and Nicholas have got contracts in America with Maytag, which is the washing machines. So we're looking into, they're working at putting the vans into LA at the end of this year to January, February this year. So what eventually, once I've, 12 months out, we go, okay, now we're going to probably bring it up a little bit more to 8% or somewhere like that. Once everyone's going, yes, this is really working for me. I'm not getting slugged like the other websites that are charging me, upwards of $300 a year to be on. I'm not sure if I'm getting any return on investment. And we deliver first and have our ear to the ground. And if we've got 5,000 therapists who are all invested $100 in equity, and we listen to them and we actually build everything they want, then we've got something incredible. And with that money that goes in up front, that enables us to say, yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
There's enough funds to make it free, to do the marketing, to have the team, to then use nowtech.org. So we'll build out that web presence for the internal team, and then offer other people of any creative spaces or admin or anything that would like to help can jump into that portal and help us build this revolution for the industry. And I've also noticed from Mind, Body, Spirit and Conscious Life festivals, there's people out there who are like, well, I'm not a massage therapist, so I'm a chiro, physio, acupuncture, reflexologist. That's not me. So I'm talking about building a back-end web presence with that we can have multiple domains, and whatever it suits, you can jump into that space and then build out, like fill in a form, put a couple of pictures in, and it populates into the website, and it just builds your own platform. And I'm talking about SMS campaigns that go back and forward, calendars, follow-ups, email funnels already pre-made for you, so you can just grab that one, whatever works for you, or you can edit it if you want. A turnkey solution for the whole industry for $100.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's such a supportive. It's like you're part of a bigger network, and I like that you're creating an energy of support, but also trust in the industry as well, because I feel like that's two things that are really required in business. When we have therapists, massage therapists, and also alternative healing therapists engaging in the app and building out their profile and seeing what everybody else is doing, it's also then helping them to work together, I think, as a collective, because people are saying I'm not the only one, but they're also seeing what that person might be doing to enhance their business, and they can then expand. I mean, that's what it's all about, is expanding, but also supporting them in that business side of it, like you said, where they might not have that sort of affinity towards that. They don't kind of know how to do that, and we're helping to support them in that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. And there's so much that could be done. That's what our mind can conceive, we can achieve, and whatever we want to do, we can do. Like a lot of people would like. For me, I ran a backpackers for 18 years in the Whitsunday, so I've got this innate desire to travel, but I love what I do as a practitioner. So if I like the video machines now these days where you put a credit card in to get a video machine out. Like, why? Let's have those things at shopping complexes with massage tables, and if we could build a platform that could roll out that sort of thing that could enable therapists to be free to travel wherever using because the app currently, you can be anywhere around the world and it's geolocated, so you can work anywhere. You get a booking request. If you want to accept it, take it, awesome. If you don't, that's cool as well, so it is about freedom and abundance, so that we can all resonate in that space of free, abundant. The elderly people can search, find and book the right therapist. And now I want to move into. Go, sorry, you're right.
I was going to say, just for those people who may not be aware of the app, do you want to give them a quick snippet of how it works?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So it's a platform that helps customers search, find and book any clinic, spa, home-based mobile therapist at a touch of a button, but it goes in deep and refines what strength, what price point, rebates or not, location, 5-star rating, reviews, automatically follows up with a client, thanks them for using my service, asks them to share the love. They can book 5-star rating, tweet, comment, and it shares on Facebook. So it automatically, word of mouth is still the most powerful tool, and we are going to use that combined with technology to automate the therapist's presence.
Yeah, and it's really great that you are incorporating a whole system from start to finish, where the person can find out about the massage therapist, read through their reviews, read through what their skill base is, whether they've just got the massage or they've got some other alternative therapies there. They might even, they might be more attracted to someone who does massage, but also other things. And it gives them an idea of that, the whole picture of that person as well, the practitioner. So I think that that's really great. Plus, I think it creates a genuine connection and transparency across the therapeutic model, because you've got that person reviewing and being reviewed. And I think that that's really important in the industry as well. So it's really great. And tell us a little bit more about your backstory, how you got into it, where you came from, Chris.
Well, I'm originally from the Whitsundays up in Airlie Beach, and I ran a hostel for 18 years for my family's property, but I was always tactile, always, caring, and I want to. So I ended up going out and did a diploma down in Brisbane for 2 years, and went back up to Airlie. I serviced all the major hotels 7 days and nights a week, and homes. And when I went to school, I was like 10 years older than most of the other kids, and none of the modules did business and marketing, and that's what I had done beforehand for hotel chains. I was the sales and marketing guy. So it was like, something has to happen. In my head, I had the company in-house massage. So I thought I want to, help service all hotels across Australia. And now I'm thinking, well, let's do it across the world. But there's other models out there that are charging 25%. So it will change now for us. However, I was up there doing that, and I'm getting phone calls every day. When would you like a session? And they're like, now. And for me, it was just like a no-brainer. MassageMeNow. So it just hit me like a lightning bolt. And I've just haven't stopped, and everyone thought I was crazy. I sold my house. I've thrown every dollar at it. My kids everyone has really had to sacrifice a lot. And it's one of those things that people, you talk about it, but you can't see it. So it's hard for a lot of my family to understand. They now see what I'm doing and are more at peace with it. So that's where I've come from. Now I'm down in Sunshine Coast. I've moved down. I'm 1,100 k's away from my family. I'm seeking for my tribe to pull together a team that resonate with the vision, and that's what we're doing. I'm aiming now to film and document all healers and shamans of all modalities of natural therapies to create that education space, because it's one thing to have the technology, but it's another thing to actually educate the world on what are all these modalities of natural therapies, and they're incredible. So taking it one step further is I am looking for film editors, copywriters, and those sorts of people to join us to put this together, because how I see it is, and I've already had meetings with Virgin in-flight entertainment. So this video content that we build, I want to put together a documentary of what are all these modalities. So when you're in-flight entertainment in Virgin, you can learn about all these modalities. And then when you touch down anywhere around the world, you can search, find, and book any healer. And then we eventually will put that towards Orange Sky Laundry, social cause. So it's like a torus of energy that keeps on giving back. So a customer books a therapist to book time to feel good. A therapist knows that they're giving back to a social cause. And then the person on the streets who are feeling, disconnected, now feel connected and loved and a part of community. So it's about, for me, in essence, shifting the resonance of humanity to a place of love, connection, and gratitude for all. And we raise the resonance of humanity to another octave of love, connection, and gratitude. And then we actually see a paradigm shift across the world, I believe, as a collective.
Yep, I love your vision, and I'm 100% behind it. And I know for myself, having started Lightworker Foundation, the whole mission statement is elevating enlightened enterprises. And
Yes.
enterprise is an individual, a project, or a business that seeks to do something bold. And enlightened enterprise is being bold because it's actually about saying loud and proud, I'm doing something that's helping humanity raise their vibrational consciousness, and I am loud and proud about it, and I'm out there. And what your app is doing is, it's actually, for me, it feels like it's really on a technological level, really doing that in action in a big way. And I just want to say 100% behind you, Chris, and I love what you're doing. I feel it in my bones, as they say, that it's such an amazing initiative that you have actually taken that big leap of faith. How much do you think faith had a big part in this venture?
Oh, that's what I say to my kids, trust and faith in your two front pockets and just go forth, and fail fast, keep getting up. And, this whole thing, it is about the shift, but it's all about a self inner journey as well, of learning myself and being able to break through my fears of, like, sometimes I think, am I delusional? Like, what am I doing? And then you've got to deal with everybody else's feedback that they give you. Like my grandparents at Christmas Day, I've got the whole family around me, and they said, we don't see what you're doing, we don't believe in you, and everyone's just going for me. And I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to. But because they come from that space of fear, I see their pain. But I've just got to, and it's interesting. Everyone's at different spaces.
Yeah, I'm a really big believer in manifesting our reality, and I'm a really big believer that therapists and people in the healing industry and massage industry need to be financially supported and face any and resolve any of their barriers around abundance. And I also believe that there are some leading edge revolutionaries such as yourself and me that we say to ourselves, we believe so much in people manifesting support and resources. We want to be part of that for people, and we can help them to manifest that. And in order to do that, we need to actually put the money actually back there and go, I know for me, this has been my process. I can't not do this. This cannot at all be about the money. Because the minute it can actually corrupt my view. And I'm holding a really much bigger view for a big crowd of people that I want to elevate here. So I 100% applaud you. And I know sometimes it can look like we're a little bit crazy because perhaps they're saying, well, you're mad. Like, you've sold your house, you're putting all this time and energy towards it, you're not getting paid, you're not getting remunerated. What the hell are you doing? It can't be right. It can't be right. It's not paying off for you. But I think at the end of the day, sometimes it takes what it takes, and sometimes it takes time.
Yeah, I look at Elon Musk. He sold his company and put it into 3 other companies and had to borrow money for his rent. It's just making. It's like, that's where it's at these days. And money is just energy anyway. So, and if we are very real about the future, I feel that the whole the monetary system's on the cusp of collapsing anyway. You look at blockchain and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is really only a beta testing of the future of blockchain. And my team in Ukraine work with blockchain right now. So, what I'm building now is something that will be for the future of the healing space. And not only the healing, but I've also got vision of the whole creative space that will be able to empower them, that when that switch flicks and the monetary system goes, we've got blockchain, and I could go a bit deeper on that, but that's where it's at. And I'll share with you as well, this website that I'm thinking about for the individual. So for example, if you have, say, 20, what I'm aiming to do is take the power, people as focus, where focus goes, energy flows. Yeah. So when you look at big pharmaceutical, and people are realizing the doctor, but when we give them the power to be educated about natural therapies, and then say to them, okay, well, you can be involved in, let's call it for now, MassageMeNow, and have a link that will go, well, I know 20 therapists. I'm going to tell them about this. It's free for them to advertise. And then if they get any bookings, say, for example, they get 20 bookings a day, and I get a dollar for that one-to-one connection of sharing, then that was $3 a day. By 5 days, that would be $60 a day. By 5 days is $300. So there's a potential there for us to really create a light working army across the world to say, oh, well, I don't like working in my cubicle box anymore. I'm going to Google search. I'm going to talk on my social. I'm going to say, hey, jump on this link and download and build your own website. It's basically free. And then when we build it out in the next year or so, then they're creating an automated revenue from us all talking about health and wellness. And because we've only got this vessel, our spirit, our soul is in this vessel. So this is what we need to look after. And then when we...
Right. And the relationship with ourselves, our body's part of that. So if we might be looking like taking care of our mental health, we might be taking care of our emotional health, but also we're not taking care of our physical health. That is a part of that disrupted self-care relationship as well. What we find too, Chris, is that usually the physical body, it's the last port of call when it comes to all the energies and perhaps disruptions in our frequency or whatever's going on, perhaps old beliefs that we are living that are wearing themselves out, and they start presenting in our body and we start to feel them. And if we don't address those, then they can turn into really, they can turn into some issues that require medical treatment. But there's so much in the self-love basket that we can do.
Oh, it's the number one. Self-love is the number one.
Yeah.
And I feel that we should be sharing those resource tools as well, like the tools that I've needed to learn to be able to, get to where I'm currently at, to be able to handle what I'm going through, whether it's the fasting or the cloning, all that stuff. And that's what I really, my dream is to be able to roam around and film and document all these people who have got incredible modalities and insights to be able to then share that. And provide the resource tool for the light worker, for the healers, for the people. And then we can also give that to the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's cool. And I love that you're incorporating light worker practitioners as a modality in the app, because that is really, I feel like what you're doing there is you're really acknowledging the alternative side of natural therapies, which perhaps some people might not see natural therapies as a bit alternative as well. And I think it's great and bold for you to be saying, yes, I'm going to pop some more out there modalities that people might not, not necessarily at a first glance really look at and say, oh, that's
or yet understand. But those people that are in there, there's people who are like, well, what's Reiki? And there's an education for that. And there's people who don't even know about it, Reiki, let alone all the other modalities, and then we now live in a we live in a quantum world with energy and frequency and vibration, and there is so much information out there now. Like Dr. Joe Dispenza is someone I do his courses through meditation, Kundalini awakening, and it's profound work. He is on the cusp of writing new books of, we do brain mapping, so you're seeing your neurons rewiring, heart math as well. So all this information is now documented, so we have incredible information that's now changing the way we understand who and what we are and where we're from. So we're on the cusp of this massive shift, which is so exciting. So that's why we need a platform to be able to share it.
Yes, and just a quick question on this particular rollout.
Yes,
we're rolling out on it's the 29th of June. Yes,
it's my birthday, so I thought let's do it then.
Why not?
Yeah.
And also the intention is to have the practitioner, like, they sign up, it's completely free, they create a profile, the actual GPS registers where they are. You can accept, or you can say no, I'm not available for that particular booking. And you can actually can you do it wherever you are? Plus, can you do it just like, for instance, if somebody does a distance healing, or they want to do a session over the internet or something like that, they can do that through the app?
Yeah, I see where you come from. Yeah, not at this stage. I've just dropped another $11,000 on the next sprint, which is it's finished now. So we will launch with what I've currently got, which is clinics, spas, home-based and mobile therapists. I do feel that it is required to open it up to a distant healing section as well. So it's opens it up to the psychics and all that space as well. And that will come in the very near future, and I see that being built in the web presence, so they can have a website, so they can talk about their thing. It'll be like a Zoom meeting, so they can do the face-to-face communication, the chat type rooms, and just building something really strong that's actually dedicated to the light worker, that and offering that $100 to jump in, and then we raise that money, and then we'll keep on opening it up more and more, because it's about the Taurus model of giving back to the industry. And that's once we build this engine out, that everyone's on it, and then we share it together,
just keeps growing.
We're as a collective unstoppable.
And it's also encouraging more and more people. I love that it's also giving confidence to the industry, and it's encouraging more and more people to get on board. If they've ever thought, I really, really want to do Bowen, or I really want to do this, but I just can't see myself supporting myself financially, but it's what I love to do, and I'd really love to do it. And this starts to make it more possible for people, because I can imagine the more people using this, the more it's a bit like Airbnb, or Booking.com.
Yeah.
You just go in there and you just use it, because why wouldn't you? It's just what you do. It's just an automatic thing, Yeah,
and it's a conversation you're right, Michelle. And it's a conversation down the track that I would have to everyone involved is, what would you like to do? Like, I think it would be wise to open it up a bit more commission taken, say whether it's the 8% or whatever, and 1% goes back to your piggy bank. So it goes back to you then being able to book any other therapist anytime you create a little potch to self-heal on for yourself. And then in that web presence, as we speak of, that they have their own website, having a banner ad in there that when people go to their page and they say, I can also sign up as a therapist as well, then they will get a revenue stream back from that person that has registered their own platform. So it empowers that therapist then to go, I'm going to utilize all these tools of social media to make my website really powerful, SEO rich, and so my website gets out to my core market, And then I'm also getting that feedback as well. So it ends up becoming a space where you're actually working only because you really want to, because it's a loop feed of that the revenue's coming through anyway.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's so cool that it transcends competition, because it's like the more people that know about it, the more people that are going to use it, the more demand there'll be. And there's not all this fear-based stuff. I won't have enough clients because there'll be so many therapists. No, there'll be more people wanting and demanding therapists because it's so popular and everyone's doing it. It's the opposite.
That's right, Michelle. And there is, like, the IBIS stats. If I may share some stats with you, the IBIS stats in America. Let's talk America for a moment, or both. I got the 2015 IBIS World Stats, which is globally recognized. In 2015, it was a $11.8 billion industry for massage alone in America. And then when I got the next updates, it was for 2017, it was 16 billion. So it raised 11.
Massive.
$4 billion in 2 years. That's the trajectory of massage alone in America.
Yeah.
And Australia is a $4 billion industry. So it's big numbers. And it will only continue going that way when we, as a collective, come together.
And that's just massage, everybody.
That's massage alone.
Massage.
Yep. So Australia and America is a $20 billion a year revenue that therapists can, tap into. And there's other platforms out there at the moment, I won't mention them because it's probably not ethically right, but they're charging 25% commission for a practitioner to be getting bookings, websites, apps. And I already started doing this before they came out. So it's not as though I was like, oh, wow. And people I was with, like, well, that's good because, and one of those raised $48 million in their B round funding and is now in Australia. And I'm like, well, it's a corporate, that one sees a niche in the market and they just want to make money out of the industry. I'm like, not the healers. It's not going to happen for them. Because, we only make about 35,000 on average a year. Yeah. So let's increase that. Keep the money in your pocket.
Exactly, because we're the kind of people that will give back to society, and we're the kind of people that will pay it forward, and we're the kind of people that actually want to see world consciousness evolve, and will continue to do good deeds and use our creativity to do that. I'm just aware that we're out of time for this particular recording. So
cool.
If you want to end it here, we can. If you don't, we can come back in and I can press record again.
Well, that's okay. Let's wrap it up and we'll have another chat another time. So I think in saying that, MassageMeNow.com is where people can go and register, or now-tech.org. So the little gap in between is the community. So Now Tech. And then if anyone wants to create with us, I think we should just throw that out there, Michelle, that because it certainly takes a community to make a community.
Absolutely. Certainly does. Yes. Thank you so much for filling us in on the updates, Chris.
Thanks, Michelle. Good to talk to you. And let's connect again shortly, and we'll work with that Asana to bring in the team.
Okay, beautiful. Love it.
Lots of love. Thank you. Bye for now.